And he's going to start a break immediately. Here's Lamb. 2 assists. Last time out, he shoots and just misses high.
Those short sticks love it when they're able to get their hands free like that and just no slide to them. I think that's a smart play if you're Hobart, right? You've got 3 guys who can really finish. You know, let the short stick take that shot with his left hand.
Here's Ryan Waldman, who had been starting at attack for Cornell. He's moved back to first midfield. We saw Waldman be a part of that electric second midfield line last year for Cornell. Firth to Goldstein, wide open, Ryan Goldstein, just into the bottom corner, and he opens his account for the 2026 home schedule for Cornell.
And that's interesting because usually you'd expect to see those two at the opposite spots. Usually you'd expect to see Goldstein behind and with Firth at the wing, but they're just able to draw the defender to him and then just finds Goldstein, able to take a step in. Look how he closes the distance, just totally unguarded, and even though that's his weak hand.
Was looking for a partner, but just missed high. This is a Hobart team. You saw Engstrom there, number 2. A lot of freshmen are getting involved early on to this veteran group that's a part of Hobart as well. You'll see one of the freshmen on defense as well, number 77, is Coleman Kraft.
Second midfield coming in for Cornell. Jaden Chiapara in. Bowie Horseman. And then Seamus Reardon.
No A.J. Nikolic yet. He missed all of last year with injury. We expect him to be slowly worked back in as Reardon loses the ball. Some good defense there from the Statesman. And Firth somehow picked it up and scored. There's the craftiness of Willem Firth. He's probably used to all the midfield days of playing and picking up those ground balls. And now on attack, it's who you expect for Cornell to score the first 2 goals of the year.
Well, and it's a lot of box, right? They get that ground ball, and, you know, he's gonna convert.
Third close defense position, especially after making the USA U20 team for the World Championships this past year. But the Cornell coaching staff has decided to go with the junior Ike Lonis, who had only played in 7 games in his Cornell career before, but has certainly got a lot of experience being a junior on this team.
Well, and it's the depth, right? I mean, it's the number of guys. First
midfield back out for the Big Red. You just saw number 8 with the ball. That was Luke Robertson. Here's Waldman. Robinson on the Canada U20 team. Firth. He's got a short stick on him, Firth. Now Nuri, who's also got a short stick, will feed Waldman inside. And it's a quick 3-0 lead for the Cornell Big Red.
That's really felt like the first time where we've seen the Cornell offense doing a nice job of moving the ball, and we're going to get a Hobart timeout here. Here you're going to see just dodging off and then just that little curl inside, puts the bouncer in, gets Cornell to a 3-0.
Your head coach, Stephen Brundage, taking over for Greg Raymond.
And a quick clamp and ground ball.
Jack Cascadden immediately wins his first faceoff of the afternoon, and you saw Jaden Chiapara on the second midfield line. He was playing wing there for the Big Red.
Yep, and is now you're seeing Reardon come through as well. And then they're playing a little hangman here with Cascadden, keeping the Fogo on the field. We'll see if they go to that. Grady Taylor is on at the other end. Here they go. So now they're going to get it. Here it comes. Here'll be a 6-on-5.
Taylor is there on the change game. Reardon is held up, though. Nice defense out of long pole, Brady Camella. But Firth has worked his way inside and shoots over the shoulder of the freshman, Michael Johnson. And Cornell has a 4-0 lead with 7:18 left to go in the first.
And again, that sort of scrambling started because of the change game. And you saw 2 defenders there. The backer comes out. Firth takes advantage of the short stick because they're trying to get sure you get a good quality shot here. You're down 4-0. You really want to try and start to change the momentum.
Maybe change game time for Hobart into substitution. They were looking for a quick goal. Looked like it was Colton Swisher, but he missed high. Bryce Johnson, the sophomore from Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Boy, you wouldn't have heard that years ago.
Not at all. Shows the growth of the game. Here's Ty Steenhouse. Short stick on him is Brian Box, the younger brother of Charlie, and the shot low sneaks past Tully, and Hobart's onto the board.
Steenhouse, I'm not sure if Tully didn't see that. It seemed as if it sort of skidded underneath him. Have to see the replay on that one. Hobart getting on the board, doing what they needed to do, take advantage of the short stick dodge. Yeah, it's a little late to react there. And, you know, you're maybe not getting outside every day. The clearing game might be a little bit more untested. If you've got to be inside at all, you can't clear until the new Meinig Fieldhouse, which is quickly coming towards completion on campus here.
It's really impressive to see the progress that's been made on that new indoor facility here for Cornell Athletics, and you can expect Cornell to practice there on inside when you've had frigid temperatures like we've had this season, this winter season in Central New York.
I feel the worst for the guys on the sideline with their shorts on, and
free inside that just hit the inside of the post and in. It's Garner Di Tommaso who scores.
Again, just that look inside. It wasn't like anyone got beat on the dodge, and it just sort of just fell asleep inside there a little bit, and that's 2 in a row for Hobart.
The slide just comes in, leaves Di Tommaso open. Yep.
You know, a good opportunity for Hobart inside. You can see here pressing down, 10-man ride here from Hobart. You got to come right down to Murray. He's right open right down the side.
Robinson at least gets the ball over the halfway line, so it will be at least a completed clear for Cornell, which rare to say that that's something that they haven't expected in this game.
Yeah, Nuri's got to, I think, come up a little bit more on that. Make sure that they're letting people know he's there, because he was the guy. They had the ball on the side with the goalie.
Here's Bowie Horseman. Like you mentioned also, maybe not a lot of practice and quick turnaround time for both of these teams, both of them playing road games on Saturday, as this shot is rifled home from the top of the box by Ryan Waldman.
And again, one of the things to remember as a Dodger, and I think Waldman does a really good job of this, he dodges the alley a lot, right? But when you get right in front of the goal and you have the entire goal to shoot at, I think Cornell had too many men on the field.
And they'll want to try to move quickly, and was doing and race the
that'll be a turnover.
Short stick defensive midi who was trying to put a shot on goal, and now it's Cornell's ball
Julian
once again.
Race, grad student. And again, 10-man ride.
We've seen this from a lot of teams against teams who maybe not necessarily have had a brunt of practice. I think a lot of fans will remember early on, if you're a fan of Syracuse, that Boston University was using the 10-man ride well against the Orange to cause a lot of turnovers, and we're seeing this with Hobart when they're trying to use their 10-man ride to force Cornell into uncomfortable situations. But this dunk onto the front is pure and clean for Chiapara. And Jaden Chiapara has his second goal of his Cornell career.
Boy, and I tell you, Willem Firth is just getting anything he wants here. Just good job looking cross-crease speed there. Finds Chiapara on the...
There's something that you've brought up.
Oh no, that's a Hobart guy. Sorry, excuse me.
But something that you pointed out a lot last year, especially through the midfield. We see the goal-scoring numbers from Firth. It's impressive, but his passing seems to be underrated in the national view for Firth.
Absolutely. I mean, and he's just, you know, there's so much of him that reminds me of Jeff Teat. They're different players, right? That they're both lefties, both wearing number 51. Just the vision, and you know, neither one of them has like this big rocket shot, but they're just so accurate with placement of shots. They don't need to. They have that quick release that gets it out of their stick, and then they can go.
Both Hill Academy players, both probably going to be great pros in the field and indoor games, as Nuri just missed wide. Change game, looking for Horseman. A bouncer will go in.
Again, substitution game, right? Created the opportunity there, a little bit of ball movement, and then slowly Horseman comes down the middle, just a little slow to pick up because it was, you know, an uneven. Chiapara on 2 goals in a row. First the goal, and then the assist on that one.
Third assist on the year for Chiapara, as this one couldn't get past Tully, and
procedure against Cornell withholding the ball from play.
So this will go right back to Hobart. Tully has continued to settle in nicely, and it feels like this is a type of game that Cornell has been looking for. It's been slower starts for Cornell against Albany and Denver. two very good teams in their own rights.
Yeah, both ranked between 15 and 20 at this point.
Slide in and the score. This will also probably be a flag and on Cornell as well.
See, Tully gets knocked into the cage there. We're going to see if this is an illegal body check, which would be a 1-minute foul. If they call it a push, then it's a technical foul, which gets wiped out by the goal. Just a quick dodge here. You see, just going to it. Boy, I guess
Aggressiveness on the ride and clear. Robinson's got free space to shoot, and it was blocked on the way in. Looked like Jackson Galliani just got in front of that shot.
Don't rub it. See what we got here.
Looks like the shot clock might have been a shot clock issue, or maybe a equipment issue that's going to force Galliani off. And
maybe if it hit him in the head, right, you could end up with an issue with the helmet. Yeah, it looks like they're checking that out now.
They'll bring Coleman Kraft back in to play on defense to substitute Galliani off. Here's Rowan Nuri, the star freshman, number 4 in the class. He'll shoot and paint the corner.
Nothing really complicated, just a little split dodge off the wing. Just takes the short stick, right, comes right down it, protects his stick quickly, and then bangs it off the iron in.
The number 4 recruit in the Inside Lacrosse class of 2025. And Rowan Nuri opens his scoring account here at Chokoff Field.
Hopefully the first of many. And again, I think one of the things that Cornell does so interestingly on offense is their ability to create mismatches by making defenses have to rotate and move. Last year, we talked a lot about how often Michael Long was dodging against the short stick, and we've seen both Nuri and Firth have opportunities here where the defense has rotated and they've ended up with a short stick.
Skip pass from Goldstein, found this purchase, and that's a score. What a pass from Ryan Goldstein across to Willem Firth.
That's a long feed. It's a long way, but he had plenty of space, and he's just able to just step in a little bit of hesitation. Then Goldstein, but I think that there's an opportunity there where, when you've got 3 attackmen that can make plays, and I don't know if I'd want to run into Cascadin like that. Father of the former New York Jet, his brother now freshman on the Cornell team. Blake Cascadin?
6'3", 220 pounds is Jack Cascadin from Garden City, New York. That's not a build that you see from most lacrosse players.
And he's every bit of it. Just solid, so strong.
The reason why he won the Thorpe Award in his high school days for the best and most outstanding football player in Nassau County. There he was around Dex. The shot and the score from Jaden Chiapara. 2 goals already for Chiapara.
And again, this is the type of offense that Cornell wants to generate. There they move it through X, get it around, and then up top, create a move.
Excellent man-down defense there for Cornell. You remember last year at the beginning of the year for Cornell, that was a point of emphasis that the Big Red wanted to improve on as they had struggled early on in the year. But that's excellent man-down defense. This skip pass along. Shot is just wide as Goldstein couldn't quite find the target.
38 to shoot, 1.5 minutes. Cornell's got both of their timeouts. If at some point here they want to use one, probably just like where matchups are, and you just say, let's just play it out when you got a lead like this.
And it's Goldstein initiating. He spins around.
Shorty for Firth.
He's used to that. Goldstein mishandles the pass, but he'll take the shot. What a shot from Ryan Goldstein.
Just lowers the stick head there. Just a little throwback, and they play a little 2-man game behind. Right, here's the throwback, just struggles with it for a second, but his hands come down. You saw the goalie go down. You're going to see a remarkably different defense, right? It doesn't look, if you didn't know, we wouldn't look at this and say, oh my God, they look like they're doing lots of different things. So, I think for them, it's just early in the season. And I often think about, you've got your sort of thirds of the year. You've got your very beginning of the year. You've got that time where you get through your spring break and are just starting to get into Ivy League play, and then it's the push to the finish, right? This Cornell team will not look like it looks today, probably 4 or 5 games from now. So really you're trying to make, you know, your foundation now, get used to playing each other, and here we'll see Firth initiate from the side.
Under 15 to go. Pass right on the doorstep to Luzzy. Did he get the ball in before he landed in the crease? Yes, he did. What a goal from Brian Luzzy. And you got to give a lot of credit to the 3rd assist of the day from Willem Firth.
Again, just open at the base there, just a long feed. You know, he's created some movement. You can see there the defender was a little slow.
Scenario for Hobart in their last game against Bucknell, as Hobart tried to win that game down by 2. So it will be Smith in goal to start off the 3rd period, or 3rd quarter, I should say, for Hobart, as Cornell leads 12-3.
I wondered about that, if they would maybe make a change at the half, if only, you know, only to try and just change the momentum, right? This is a different look of a guy, right? Maybe plays on a different angle.
Matt Tully is still in goal for Cornell. We'll see if he stays in there for the rest of the game, as Luke Robinson is going to greet Brady Smith with a goal.
Not yet. No different result yet there, but Robinson just really just speed dodge, just right down the alley, just blows it by to give Cornell, it's now a 6-goal run here for the Big Red. Just right down the alley, strong left hand.
Aggressive defense now coming from Brendan Staub. Yard sale on Slade Engstrom's stick.
It's a
procedure will go against Hobart.
Yeah, ball stuck in the stick on the ground. Boy, I tell you, I thought there could have been a slash there on that one. Aggressive Cornell defense here. And again, 10-man ride.
And
another turnover.
Ball is forced out of Griffin McGovern's stick as he turns the ball over.
You know, I think maybe here you got to look and see if you can change fields, make them, you know, have to recover a little bit, take a little time to reset. It's always dangerous when you're clearing towards the box because someone can come out and jump you.
Skip inside to Engstrom, and this time he finds the bottom corner instead of getting yard sailed, and Hobart is back on the board. Stops the 6-goal Cornell run.
And there you see Peterkin with creating the assist there. He's shown some steps here, a little bit of hop in his step, and creates the opportunity there. And
for Nuri to pick that up.
Smart to just put it out in space there, because he, again, the goalie had gone back to the cage, so he was fairly uncovered. Cornell did a good job of staying on side through all of that, and we now see the second midfield.
Horseman was being joined there by Grady Taylor, playing in his first game as a Cornell player. Chiapara as well, rotating on that second midfield line. Taylor rides a couple of checks. Nuri trying to spin his way around Galliani. Firth hacked on his way towards cage. Horseman's got a shorty on it, and he'll shoot and score. 2 goals for Bowie Horseman. And Bowie's a player who has waited his time and now is getting a good amount of run for Cornell. The senior has his second goal in your team, and not necessarily your starters, to get some run onto the field against some live ball opponents who want to win this game. As of right now, Matt Tully is still in cage. Seeing along that last test, David Peterkin just misses wide.
I would have to think he'll at least go through the quarter.
Here's Bennett, a goal today for Hobart. Pass a little bit too strong for Snellenberg. Lonis has been essentially harassing Snellenberg the entire game. Peterkin found himself open. It's a great save for Tully, and there's a man in the crease. Oh, no, it's a goal.
They called it a goal.
It looked like Tully might have saved that in front of him just from my angle, but
yeah,
a good goal there for David Peterkin. He'll get onto the score sheet.
Yeah, like I said, he's really showing a lot of hop here. Boy, that was tough to see on the replay, but the official's right on top of it.
At least for now, Cornell brings back out the first midfield line as Waldman and Luzzy go to work. Same with Robinson. Robinson right down the alley, and it's off the bar.
Just a cross-handed shot, hit the crossbar. He is quick, man. When he goes, he's going to the cage.
And alongside Peterkin, part of that Canada U20 team that won the World Lax Championships in South Korea. As in the sub-game, Hobart will score, and it's Steenhouse who picks up his second goal.
Just a slow developing play. You know, it was like he doesn't seem like the fastest of players, but he just came right down that and a nice long feed to be able to create the opportunity for him and just able to convert that. I think it was it Di Tommaso that made the pass?
Again, has only lost their 2 games this season by a combined 3 goals. Only 1 goal to Colgate, 2 goals to Bucknell. Our team that's looking to be improved under Stephen Brundage in his first season as Hobart head coach. Scanning with another face-off win. Cornell starting to pick up more and more face-off wins. There were 15 of 23 at the dot now. It's like a midfield line out. Firth still handles the ball. Skip pass across. Swift move from Horseman, and he scores. And that's a hat trick for Bowie Horseman.
Just steps around the defender. It's so important for you players out there, youth players especially, right? You can't overcommit. You got to break down, and he just went for the stick, just gets by him, and just blasted high.
The second half, number 81, Brady Smith, came in to relieve the freshman Michael Johnson.
Not credited with a save yet.
Long pull effort, and the bouncer is just over the cage there. Shooter was Nick Soteropoulos. And even though the Statesmen facing the big deficit on the face-off corner, at least if they failed to score on this end, they've done a great job with their 10-man ride to force a lot of turnovers in the clear game. As this shot just sneaks under Tully's arm, and Gordon Bennett has his second of the game.
Off hip, right? That's one of those difficult places to be able to make a save. The goalie doesn't know which direction to go. Just a little juke, comes with his right hand, right off hip. A lot, it's hard to practice, you know, the same intensity that you're going to see from a team that does it a lot. Right, it's sort of who they are. Cornell is very much a base on a good play there by Di Tommaso to create the turnover.
Takes it away from Lonis, and it's a fresh 80 for Hobart. Yet another failed clear. So make it 8 failed clearance in the game for Cornell, and a flag is thrown as well. It looks like Cornell indeed is offside. So free possession here for Hobart.
I don't know what the foul is. That it isn't offsides. They were changing in the box. There were only 2 people there.
Bennett will score. Hat trick for the freshman Gordon Bennett.
Again, just takes the shorty behind, little roll dodge, gets above goal line, extended to 5-5. Firth in the hole and moving the ball around for Luzzy to Nuri, top center. Runs the wheel. Other side, same thing.
Robinson was looking for the inside option, instead pass it off to Nuri. Goldstein to skip. Robinson's free. And that one just hit either off pipe or
I think it
off
was
the
on
keeper.
The pipe. Yep, got to reset.
Firth this time, and he stings the corner. 4 goals for Willem Firth on the day, and this one comes on the man up to stop the Hobart run.
Just really crisp ball movement from Cornell there, moving it around and creating a good opportunity.
On for Hobart as well. That's Chase Alam, number 9 in purple, onto the field alongside Alex Beginha, who took the penalty that Cornell just scored on. Lamb forces away Beginha.
Oh, broken stick. Lamb's got to come off.
And did indeed break that stick. And great defense there from Marshall to force the ball away for Brabham. And Cornell will go on to clear. This is indeed a break. Here's Perfetto, who makes the extra pass for Michael Marshall.
Hey, and he started that whole play by creating the turnover. Comes down, and believe that would be his first career goal.
That is his first career goal for Michael Marshall, playing in his 8th game for the Big Red. And there's a lot of people who love what
real push will begin. Unfortunately for the Big Red, no Syracuse on the schedule this year, but they do pick up a game against Duke and a non-league game against High Point later in the season.
That Duke game, just like they played against Syracuse last year, will be at Long Island. So another ACC matchup against a top 10 foe playing in a neutral site at Long Island.
Sebastian Reyes,
number 1 in white, now onto the field. Here's McGovern, who's been getting a lot of time as essentially a third midfielder. Take a look at Will Bernfein as well. Seeing all the backups coming in now for both teams as Bernfein will try a shot and he'll score. Oh, Bernfein, the sophomore from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, has picked up his first goal in his 4th game for the Big Red.
And you can see just a righty sweep, gets down to the wing and lets it go, catches the goalie, I think.
As well.
Swinging around the top.
Here is Swartz.
Dodge off the top.
And his shot is saved there by Smith, who tries to pick it up over the cage. Camella is right there. And this ball will go out of play. It will stay with Cornell.
And they do get a reset here.
As Perfetto will reset things with Herendine here. Here is Peyton Booth. Booth, a prolific indoor player, played for USA U16 and 18 on the indoor teams. McGovern. McGovern will shoot and he'll score. 10th game for Griffin McGovern, the senior from Delaware, and he's got his first career Cornell goal.
And just a dodge and redodge, right? Starts to go, doesn't have anything, then finally goes back at it, able to get topside on